When a marriage ends, courts are often called upon to determine the proper distribution of property between spouses. Community property, which is owned by both spouses, is subject to division in a dissolution proceeding. But separate property, which is owned by one spouse, remains solely that spouse's property and isn't subject to division. Consequently, before making any decision regarding property division, a court must first characterize each asset as either community or separate property. The key question for characterization is whether property was community or separate at the time it was acquired. Tracing answers that question by working backward from the date of acquisition to determine an asset's source. Consequently, tracing is at the heart of the characterization process. Sometimes tracing is straightforward. For example, if a husband acquires a house by inheritance during marriage, the source of the asset was inheritance, and the asset is easily characterized as separate property. But often tracing is more complex. Imagine that the husband sells the house and uses some of the proceeds to buy a new car. He later sells the car and uses the proceeds to buy a motorcycle. Tracing the source of the motorcycle involves multiple steps. The motorcycle is traced to funds from the car, which is traced to funds from the house, and the house was the husband's separate property. The motorcycle is therefore separate property.